All right, boys and girls, over the next couple of days, I'm going to come into your classroom with Miss Sappington. She was so kind to let me borrow you this summer. And we are going to walk through a little lesson about production and distribution. How many of you studied that in second grade this year, where you learned about how things are made? You learned about how things are made in a factory and how people like buy them and how you get them and all of those things. Well, we're going to work on a little project that's going to help you explain how some of those products are made. You're going to get to do a little bit of research. How many of you like research, where you get to read and learn? You're going to get to do a little bit of writing through technology. So not like writing with a pencil, but typing writing. How many of you like to type on a computer? It's a lot of fun. You're even going to get to publish this article. Who can tell me what it means to publish an article? Easton, what do you think that means?
I think it means kind of
Print it. Put it out there for other people to read, right? So we're going to publish your newspaper articles about your product. So before we get started with that, I just want to explain a few things to you about some of the different technology things that you're going to use, okay? On the board, do you see this newspaper website?
Yes,
This is the super cool website newspaper website that we are going to use. And you're going to get to type your article right here in this website, okay? So when we go to this website, I'm gonna lock your iPads so that way you can't go anywhere else, okay? Because we need to keep you safe and you need to stay on the website that I send you to, okay? That's one of the websites we're going to use. The other website we are going to use, some of you are very familiar with this. Have you ever seen Epic?
Yeah.
Yes, Epic. Lots of really cool books. And so today, as we're working together to start our lesson, we're actually going to come back to Epic and we're going to read about how crayons are made. How many of you love crayons? Everybody loves a good crayon. So today, together, we're going to study how crayons are made. So that way, in the next few lessons, when you choose what to study, you'll kind of know how we're going to do that, okay? So on Epic, when you get there, you're going to have to log in with a class code. It's like a password for the website, okay? So when we get on the iPads in small groups later, I am going to give you that class code so you can log in and go to a mailbox to get your book, okay? So once you decide on your product, I am going to super cool send you a book in your Epic mailbox. And then you are going to get to open that book to begin your own research project, okay? And so then the last thing will be the publishing. When we get to the publishing part of the project, we are going to use an app called ChatterPix. Have you ever heard of ChatterPix? Well, I think some of you know what ChatterPix is. ChatterPix, you get to make your photo come alive by drawing a mouth on it and talking.
Oh.
And then your photo moves and you get to listen to what you say. So once you write your newspaper article, we're going to put it in ChatterPix so that way you can read and present your article to grown-ups, to Miss Sappington, to myself, and maybe even to your moms and dads, okay? When we get to the ChatterPix part, that's an app on your iPad, so that's another thing that once we open up that app, that's the only place you go to, okay? We talk a lot about being safe on the internet. When you've been given an assignment that uses technology, you have to listen to those rules, right? Because the teacher's #1 job is to keep you safe. So if you get on the iPad later and you are navigating away from the places you need to be, that's not a very safe decision and that might cause you to not be able to use the technology, okay? So it'll be super important that when we're on a certain website, you stay right there with me, okay? Today, one of the things we're going to do when we use this book to study how crayons are made is this handy dandy graphic organizer to help you with your writing for your newspaper article later. So we're going to work through how crayons are made and complete this graphic organizer together today, okay? You'll notice that it gives you a blank up here for how blank are made. What do you think we're going to put in this blank today? Crayons. Then we have these fancy transition words. What's this one right here, everybody? First.
Next. Then. Last.
What do those words tell you about what we're going to do?
It's what you're going to do first, second, third, and fourth.
First, second, third, and fourth. So we're going to put the steps for making crayons in order. And we're going to do that by reading our book and digging for all of the information to include in our newspaper article, okay? To start today, I have a really awesome video for you, just in case you've never visited a crayon factory. Have you ever visited a crayon factory? I got to visit a crayon factory in real life. But today, I have a video for all of us to watch together. So kind of like we're gonna go on a little field trip to a crayon factory today. How many of you like field trips? Field trips, I love field trips, especially field trips to really cool places.
Yes.
So
We
here
take
go.
a look at how colour is added to childhood. These crayons are made from a combination of